Got a little sick of it for a while, but now I'm back for a little bit. Might play for maybe an hour or so. So pretty much, I have done this video a few times in the past, but I've done some changing. I changed the process a little bit, and it seems to be working out. 1.35 update did not affect what I do. There is videos already explaining how to do this. It's crashing the system. And when you crash the system, basically what you do is you go to the most wealthy place you can find, wealthy planet or area you can find, a system you can find, and basically you go to the space station, you buy dynamic resonators, you buy all of them, and then you sell them at the same place. And then what you do is you leave that area, that system, warp out of that system, then warp back in. The product will refresh, but the price of the product will go down. So I said, oh, that's a pretty cool idea. So my next move was to find another place where I could do the same thing, which is what I did. I found a wealthy place and I think a flourishing place, and both of them sell a very high amount of dynamic resonators, and both of them I got the price down to around 6,000. Now generally in other systems they go for around 25 to 27,000. So pretty much what I've been doing is crashing the system, and then I have two systems that I go to buy the dynamic resonators. Now, if these are only selling for 5,000 here, I might have an issue. Because the first time I did this today, it worked fine. But we'll see. Now, I should be getting about 5 million from this load. Okay, so then the next thing you want to do, if this does work out, after you find your two systems and you get the price lower than the dynamic resonators by buying and selling from the same exact terminal, is to get a second hauler ship. Having two hauler ships is great because then you can just warp from one station to the other, which will keep refreshing the product and buying it out and filling up both your haulers. This is scary. They're only selling for 1 million here, so oh, you know what I never did? You know what? I must have never warped out of here. I done goofed, I got busy talking, I never warped out of the system. That's why. Yep. So let me explain it again. It's real simple. You find two systems in which are pretty wealthy. You want to buy and sell dynamic resonators from the same terminal. Each time you warp in and out of the terminal, the price will drop down. find 2 terminals that are wealthy, and then each time you warp, the terminal's inventory will be restocking. Now the next best thing that you want to do is, like I said, get to 2 haulers. So basically, to get to 2 haulers, you're going to need a freighter. But the great thing about this is that you can start the game and find yourself a hauler, a decent hauler, for a cheap price, like a C-class. And then what you can do from there... God, I hope I didn't warp. I can't even remember. This may just be a wasted video. I sure didn't. Perfect. So once you start the game, if you want to do this easily, all you need to do is find yourself a hauler. Right? That's all you need to do. Then you just need to find like a balanced system, maybe wealthy, maybe flourishing, high supply, even medium supply. Go to one of those, buy and sell, buy and sell. Then you warp from the station back to your home base, and then warp back to the station. Keep buying and selling. Do that about 3 times. Now what you can do is go to a different system and sell all of the low-priced dynamic resonators and make money. So you're going to be making about 5,000 a pop. Or, sorry, 5 million a pop. Then after a little while, you'll have yourself enough money to buy a freighter. I would say that doing the farming method at first is the best way to make the most money. I mean, provided it takes a lot of work, I feel. You gotta go get all your supplies and yada yada. With this method, all you have to do is find a ship and have enough money to buy and sell a few times. I kind of like that orange ship right there, because it doesn't have that triangle, or that diamond shape wing. It has these... It's only a B. So I got my ship full of dynamic resonators. They are selling for 27,500 each. Okay, so I bought them for around 6,000 each. You know, there's 5, 5, 5. So they went for one cost 6,000, cost me 6,000. I'm selling it for 27,500. Now I have 2 ships full of these now. So I come here. And I sell it for 5,288,209. Sell. Now all I have to do is go back to my freighter, hop in my ship that has my economy scanner, and the economy scanner helps a ton. I would say the biggest pain to this method is having to actually hop in the ship and use your economy scanner. get out here. The price has already dropped here. That's why I'm using the economy scanner. You have to have plenty of warp cells too, which are not hard to get whatsoever. So you find another one. Balanced. Flourishing is good with me. You highlight the destination. Turn right background. Fly in your ship. Well, I definitely didn't want to use two, but okay. Now you could say to get a farm and, you know, do all this farming and waste all this time waiting for the crops to grow and I don't know, whatever you want to do. Go play some solitaire on your computer or shut the game off for a while and then come back, but this gives, you're constantly going, you're not stopping and waiting, sitting around and waiting. And you're not missing your growth. I mean, like, when I was farming, it's like, yeah, okay, well, I could sit there and wait for everything to pop back up. Or I could go out and, you know, try to find some resources, but then when I would do that, I would get sidetracked, and then I would kind of wait too long, and before I know it, I get back, everything would be regrown. And, you know, if you're trying to make real money, I don't think that's very profitable. Also, being out and about like this really helps you find exotics. You don't find exotics sitting at your home base. I've had 4, maybe 5 exotics so far. A few S-classes, just like regular ships. Now, I don't have as many slots in this ship, so I'm only going to get 4 million. But that's 4 million.
Good day.
What's up, dude? So I made a few videos on this, kind of showing how to do it. There's a guy that explained how to crash the system, and basically what I did is I took his method, but then I added my freighter and my 2 haulers to the equation. I also found another system that was also wealthy. So now instead of having to work back and forth from my home base to the system to refresh the system stock, I just warp to the new system that I built up and buy from that system. Now what my plan is here is to get another 2 haulers after I make enough money. And then fill up my 4 haulers, and then I'm gonna be making about 20 million in an hour. Or not 20, what am I talking about? I mean, 120 million an hour? That's what I'm going to be making after I get this all set up. Right now I'm just making about 9 million, 10 million maybe an hour. Or not an hour, every stop, so I'm making 20 million an hour. That's pretty much what I'm making. yeah, 20 million every stop. I guess I'm retarded. I'm just a dumb shit. Can't get my words out right. I think when I started today, I had 41 million, maybe? I don't know. And just with 2 ships full, I got up to 52 million. So this little run right here is going to make me 10 million units. I'm making 5 million some odd change here, and then 4 million some odd change to the next one. So 5 million there. Now what I could do is find 4 extremely rich systems. And then I could just warp to all 4 of them, and then I wouldn't hit to warp back and forth. C-class.
So the DR exploit still works?
Yeah, it works. It works great, and the best thing is you know, buying the multiple haulers and getting a couple systems to do it.
It is worth it investing in DR and selling them in other galaxies?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. You just buy, sell in the wealthy area, and then... Ooh, I wonder how much this ship is.
You need that economy scanner? Because I still have not found it.
You really don't need it. Like, I could show you. I could go to like a... Oh, wow. It's a 46 slot. I don't have a ship nearby.
What's the profit per DR?
I'm buying for around 6 million, or 6, I'm buying for around 6,000 and selling them for 27,000. Should have bought that ship right there. See, I'll show you right now. As long as you can find a wealthy system, you should be good.
Also, your assistant sounds like she smoked a bit too much, ha ha ha. So the profit is 100?
No. The profit is... The profit's 21,000 each. As long as you can find a wealthy system to buy and sell from. I hate that. Never put more than 1 warp cell on your freighter. It's a bad move. Well, that really screwed me over right there, man.
Okay, and you buy them for like 26K and sell them for about 40K? Give or take.
No, I buy them for, yeah, I buy them for about 6K and sell them for about 27K.
Because since the economy overhaul, I am very confused about the market.
Come on. Basically, all you need to do is go to a wealthy system, right? Buy, sell from the same system. To get the inventory to refresh, you have to warp out and then warp back in. That'll refresh the inventory. So go to the wealthiest system you can find, make that your home planet. Buy, sell until you can get the price really low on the dynamic resonator. Then it doesn't really matter where you go. You can go like to a low economy, like a crappy economy area, and still get 5 million from it.
But does that not influence the market in that system?
Yeah, it influences the market in the system, but if you keep switching systems, then it really doesn't matter. The market only changes within that system that you're in. It doesn't change it in the whole dimension. So like, ooh, look at this guy. Oh, it's crap.
Information received. Emoji smiling face with open mouth.
So like basically, this system that I just sold in, I just plummeted the sale value because I sold all them dynamic resonators. I sold, I think maybe, I don't know how many sold. Maybe 125 or whatever the amount I sold. So I just plummeted this system. So what I'm going to do now is leave this system and go to a new wealthy system. Crap. Oh yeah, we're good. Oh. I hate putting more than one warp drive inside my ship because then it seems to use up all of them. I don't understand it. So I only put one in at a time. So yeah, like after you find your wealthy system, get that price down, buy them from there, and then it doesn't...
by selling the DR price lowers on the market so you can buy them cheap.
Yep, if you just buy it at the same system, buy, sell, warp out, warp back in, it'll restock the item, buy it out, sell it again, the price will keep getting lower and lower. And then it doesn't really matter where you sell to. It can be a wealthy system, it can be a poor system. You're going to get about the same amount of money per sell. You're going to get about 5 million if you have a 48 slot ship. You're going to get 5 million per sell. So now basically what I did is I took that and I just found two systems. So I go back and forth between the two systems and do that, and then I fill up two haulers, and then I throw them in my freighter. And then
Can you also just teleport out by using the portal in the space station?
Yeah, you can, and that's what I do when I'm buying. But when I go to sell, I have to go to a new system because you can't keep selling it to the same system. You have to go to a new system every time. So this one's advanced. I'll go here because, you know, they should have pretty good sales. But you could go to like a poor system, an unsuccessful system, and still make about the same amount of money. So I'll be doing that here pretty shortly. I just had to get a warp cell, which was a pain in the ass, but it's alright. So pretty shortly here, after I sell from my hauler, this hauler, I'll show you where I go and how much the price that I'm getting it for. Or getting each dynamic resonator for. And I'll show you that I go from the warp area inside the space station to the other station, buy from there, warp back to the station previously,
Got it.
buy from there.
Good to hear the trick still works.
It still works, and if you use your freighter and get a couple haulers, you're making way more money. I mean, if I had 6 haulers right now, I could be making an unbelievable amount of money. Like, if I could get enough warp cells and get the process totally down pat, the amount of money I could be making from 6 haulers would be unbelievable. In just an hour and a half, I could be making a crazy amount of money. Nope, it's not that one. But basically every time I fill up 2 ships right now, I'm making 10 million units. Just about. So in an hour I'd be making 60 million units. So if I got 3 or 4 ships, if I had another ship, it'd be 120 million units an hour, or an hour and 10 minutes. I tell you, this beats farming. Having to stand there and wait for your stuff to grow, or leaving and then missing the crop growth, and, you know, overshooting it or undershooting it, or having to wait around and, you know, manage that whole deal. I say screw that. I love not even having to go to the planets. It's really nice. So this is the first station that I like to buy from. It's a wealthy station. They're selling me the product for cheaper than my home base area, my home planet area. I think I'm in the 4th or 3rd dimension right now. I'm not really sure. I would say the best trick for that is every time you go to a new dimension, just take a really crappy ship. So when I buy from here, they're only 6,438. When I sell all these, they're going to be about 27,000.
Hello, how's it going?
What's up? What's going on? Just made about 10 million units in an hour. If I didn't have to mess around and get warp cells, it would have been faster, but the only other issue that slows me down is sometimes when I go to my other system to go to the station to buy again, it'll bring me to my home base instead of the station, which is kind of a pain. That's the only other thing that slows me down. But I'm gonna save up for probably about 117 million, and then I'm gonna buy hopefully an S-class hauler with 48 slots. I've seen it twice. See it again would be amazing.
What strat do you use to get units?
I use a crashing the system strategy, which I figure is the best, but then I added a twist to that. I just implemented 2 haulers into the equation and 2 systems that I crashed. So I crashed this one and the one I was just at. One I was just at is selling for about 6,400 a DR, and this system is selling for the 6,800 a DR. So I'll buy from these 2 systems with 1 ship, and then I'll take the other ship and do the same exact thing, and then I'll go out to 2 new systems and sell. And I'm making about 10 million units a pop. So now that I have this ship full, this is my ship with fewer slots, unfortunately. I'll go to my, I think it's the linpan system. Oh, I guess I'm already in linpan. I'm gonna go to this system here. It's gonna refresh the inventory of the system for the market that I crashed. And I'll buy with my other ship. I had the squid exotic. It was like, it looked like a squid. The old ship I had, the exotic one. When I sold that for this guy here, it had better stats on it, so that's why I got it. I had the one with the tall fin on top. We got rid of that. And then like the fin. This is my S-Class fighter. It's pretty nice, but it doesn't have many slots. I think there's like 18 slots in it. And then there I have the... it's only an A-Class, but there's like 30 slots in it. So I love that ship. It's a great ship. So now this one's completely empty. I'm going to fill this one up by buying from here and then going over to the other station, buying from there, and then going out and selling. I'm just really excited to get a third hauler.
Live unedited gaming isn't your way of making money. Boring AF.
No, I don't need to make money. That's why it's not monetized. And hey, maybe it's boring as fuck, but you know what? Still making more money than these fucking farmers you're sitting there fucking dabbling with.
Farming is at least a little bit interesting, ESP, when you start doing gas farming and crafting super high tier items.
No,
like
it's not, dude. It's fucking lame as fuck. I have other videos where I make liquid explosive and fucking circuit boards. It's fucking boring. You're sitting there waiting for the fucking plants to grow, and then you can go around and collect some other shit. It's a pain in the ass. If you think sitting there wasting your fucking time, waiting for your plant to grow is more fun than flying around and trying to find exotics while you're at it, then, you know, be my guest. You can stick your thumb up your butt.
Listen to what I said.
Oh, I listened to what you said. It was completely retarded.
Farming and high tier farming, quantum processors and stasis devices.
Yeah, it's fucking boring.
I need to poop. Be back soon.
Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna be there in a little bit. Give me a minute. Okay, bye.
I have more money than you. Does that mean I'm better than you as a person?
Happy down. Happy down. Happy down. Happy down. Happy down. Happy down. Happy down.